This build is so cold and chilly that you gotta go outside with the bowl and a spoon. No, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry I said such a terrible joke. No, I'm just kidding. Once we start, we do not stop. What is going on, YouTube? I am Scrub the Tarnished. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am an Elden Ring invader, aka Bad Red Man, aka non-consensual co-op disruptor, according to some co-opers. And yes, this is my my Dexterity Frostbite build. So you saw in the last video that I had like 58 dexterity and like 26 or 28 points in intelligence. So I respect this is just pure dexterity now. It didn't really matter to invest points in intelligence. So I took out the magic shrouded tier in my Wondrous Physic and put in the extra defense buff. So yeah. So to start it off, here we are at a Lovely Fight Club. I always enjoy these because it's just like, I don't know, most of the time I usually win these and get to go 3 for 3. I don't know, I just love honest, you know, TTers like this for some reason. Like, I'm somewhat of an honor ed, but at the same time, like, if it's just one host, you know, just being a grace duelist, then I'm gonna make sure I give them a hard time because they deserve it. They need to go into the Coliseum. So, but yeah, but so if you're able to do the 3 for 3, it's just nice. People got to witness, or the last player got to witness the extraordinary glory of, you know, getting through wave by wave of Phantom and Phantom. So yeah, GG's to those two Phantoms, and then here we have the host. I invaded them later in this session, but they were not nice to me for some reason. But they were nice to me right now. Well, I mean, not right now. I mean, what you're watching is right now. But like when I recorded this is not right now. At the time. Man, time is so weird. Yeah, so dual straight sword with a sleep grease. No idea why he just didn't use Saint Trina's sword, but I get it. You know, you gotta have that good scaling, but I don't know. I just feel like using a sleep grease on anything that isn't the Ripple Crescent Halberd is just insanely stupid. So, like, I don't know. And it's just one of those, there's only a limited amount of Saint Trina lilies in the game, right? So it's just like, I don't know. I think Miyazaki dropped the ball on that one. I hope we get more sleep-related items in the DLC. I think we most likely are going to. I know in the DLC trailer, spoilers for those who haven't seen it, stay here, don't click away. You gotta learn one way or another. But there was like some sleep area, like a legacy dungeon, I suppose. And there's like this one guy on a weird looking horse that was throwing like a boomerang, but it looks like, since, you know, sleep has like a purple hue to it, it kind of looks like a sleep dungeon or whatever. So I'm hoping we get more sleep things. I think it'll be fun to use that in PvP. But yeah, so here we have a TT solo host, like I said, a grace duelist. I was nice enough to give them the respectful bow and the classic like scrub salute, and where like goodbye, I suppose, anti-salutation, I suppose, because like I deleted them with the rapier, so I was just like, oh man, I'm sorry for doing that to you. I should have given you a more honest fight. But it's just fun to use rapiers because they have a fast attack moveset, and it just disrupts people, you know, trying to attack out of hit stun a lot of the time. So it's just fun to use. So yeah, I put Stormblade on one of my katanas because it's a perfect tool to use if you're not a caster, and if you're dealing with people who are spamming Dragon Breath or anything that takes a good amount of time to cast, for example. So yeah, I don't know why some people don't really learn from their mistakes, because like that host just Dragon Breath after Dragon Breath after Dragon Breath, even though I kept on smacking him in the face with wind. But it is what it is, you know. This invasion was kind of weird. Like, sometimes players act so weird that you don't really know what to do, so you kind of just gotta like roll with it. Like, I don't know why Sunbro with the Great Shield didn't rush me or anything. Like, did they fear me that hard? Like, I'm not that scary, I promise. I'm friendly, so. But GG's, I guess, to the host who loves to spam Dragon Breath at me. Don't be like that host. I love invading at Castle Morn. It's a rare invasion spot at meta level. So it's fun to get the opportunity to invade in places like this, or like early game, or even like the early like catacombs, caves, or whatever, because it's just unlikely. No reason why some people need to be going into those caves, because I'm sure you're not just, you know, casually exploring this in base game. You've got to be in New Game Plus or something, so I don't know. But here we have Chubby Tuna and Hachio Watchdog, who loves to just scream at people. I think that's really annoying if you're going to spam that Ash of War. Like, how are you not even annoyed yourself at just the constant screaming? I do not understand. So I'm going to spam Wind in your face. So, now these guys were decent, I suppose, but like, if Hachio is going to continue to just scream at me, I'm going to have to pull out the Great Bow and just mess with these guys. So, yeah. But, I don't know, they weren't too big of a opposed threat, so. I've started to use, instead of the Misery Cord, I've traded that out for the Raptor Talons, because I don't really get a lot of backstabs unless I see the opportunity fit. So I still keep a Misery Cord with Endure on me, but if I need like a quick backup weapon to just delete somebody, then I'll take out the Raptor Talons and soft swap to it. So besides, like, if I have my Great Bow out and I can't hard swap to a different weapon, it's just good to have the Raptor Talons on standby and just endure L2 and L2, because those two L2s combo into each other. That's L2 squared. That's a lot of L2s, man. No, not even L2s. R2. R2, R2. R2, D2. R2, R2, R2. Can you tell I'm tired? I don't understand how the human brain behaves when they're tired. And so my brain loves to just be weird and say a bunch of nonsense when I should be logically explaining my gameplay, because this is a YouTube video on Elden Ring invasions, and this is the commentary of an Elden Ring Vader, you know, and commentating the decisions I make to skillfully, I guess, quote unquote, skillfully play this game and invade people. But I thought it would be a good idea to jump down, because these two players were converging in on me pretty quickly. If there's a Flaming Strike user and a Rivers of Blood user, I might as well not, you know, get caught in the fray of that. So, how to pull out the Rain of Arrows and delete the blue real quick. I don't know why that one arrow that stuck on my shoulder did not take any damage on me, or I didn't take any damage from it. I don't know. It's weird. I guess that's kind of one of the benefits of having high latency, is little things like that. Because sometimes even like when wizards spam Comet, like sometimes they don't even hit me. I don't want people to think I'm hacking, because I'm not. I despise hackers. Sure, like cheat engine is fine if you want to, like, you know, make builds in an hour instead of having to do a 66-hour playthrough. Like, sure, that's fine. But if you're using it to actually like cheat and not take damage or do things like that, then you also deserve the rope-feeded pot. Not only that, but the sarcastic clap. But not only that, the point down as well. But yeah, I know I said I don't really like solo TT hosts, but I have to give Spray Tan Grandpa, who you're about to see right now, some grace, because like, I love people with witty characters like this. It's Spray Tan Grandpa, and he had the same high as me, so we got to check him out. See, I loved some players, and I had to give this guy I gotta give this guy some love, because we both hit the not bad head nod at the same time. So shout out Spray Tan Grandpa. I hope you see this video, and I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. But yeah, no, it's just some people have really funny, not builds, but just characters. Like I should make scrub, be a little bit more, what's the word I'm calling? Just be a little bit more witty. But Spray Tan Grandpa was actually goated with the parries, man. If it was not for my bubble tier and my defense boost, I would have been one-shotted by that. Like, I know I have 1,975 health, but he still would have one-shotted me if I did not have those things in my favor. So I was able to get the win on Spray Tan Grandpa. Gotta give the not bad and respectful bow because he wasn't bad. He was pretty good. He was able to get that parry off of me. I've never really tried parrying in PvP because I have really bad internet, and I'd rather not try to test those waters unless I had better internet. So yeah, but shout out Spray Tan Grandpa. GG's. I always love that one cleaver that you're using, because when you hold down the R2 you go like and you charge towards someone. People love to panic roll that. And so yeah, here we have Lousy. I wonder if they're a very lousy person and just love to be lazy. Get it? I know it's probably an Asian name, but lousy is like a word that describes someone who is, you know, slothful or lazy. So I don't know. It's kind of a lazy build, or a lousy build, I suppose. You know, shield poking with the Mogwin spear and using the Vari's mask. Like, what more unique of a build? I don't think there is a more unique build, but yeah. So here we are at Fogwall Central going against these guys. I do not win in this invasion, and you'll see why. It was actually, the reason why I lose is actually worth including in this video, because it was very, I wouldn't say coincidental or lucky, but there was something that I learned about Giant's Hunt and how it can be of some advantage. So I knew it would launch me up, but I didn't realize it would kind of send me back a little bit. So he got the gravity kill on me. But yeah, as you saw before, like, I got the crits just barely in the nick of time on that host. It's really hard to do that with colossal weapons and colossal swords because the recovery time in between each swing, it takes a millennia and a half. So I was lucky to get the crit off on that host because the Phantom was gonna Madness Snipe me, or like Madness no scope me, since he was right in front of me. But yeah, so here we have Go to Sleep and Fire, just fire. And luckily I had a good strategy in this invasion. My goal here, well, actually no, the strategy didn't develop until I knew that the host was going to be on the other end of this corridor, or like archway, because then like I'll use the arrows and then I'll Waves of Darkness them the moment they come near me. And so it was just kind of that forcing of, you know, the host getting away from that spot, having them to come to me, and then just Waves of Darkness in their face, and then get smacked by the chariot in the face. So that was also worth the inclusion as well. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about Frostbite builds. They're kind of interesting to work with, in my opinion. I don't know. Dexterity is fun. Dexterity Lightning is fun. I hope you saw some of those videos from that series, or like, you know, Bit, because it shreds. I wouldn't say that Frostbite shreds, but it's definitely fun to use, because you do get an assortment of like cool ashes, and it's just fun to Frostbite people as well. They get cold, and then they're gonna need a bowl and a spoon because it gets chilly. I'm sorry I used that joke again, but yeah. So these players were honestly not that good. We had spammers, one of them a latent player who didn't die until like a couple seconds after I swung towards them. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting tired again. Like I said, this is what I do to, you know, end the day, is record commentary for these videos. And I was visiting downtown today, doing a little march. So I had a busy day today. But luckily, we were able to get rid of the Phantom number 1. Phantom number 2 was obviously the next prioritize, and we were able to get Phantom number 2. Phantom number 2 has gone down, and that's a reason why you should use Ice Spear, because if people are trying to cast and, you know, retreat and then cast it, you just use Ice Spear, and then you'll be able to, you know, make them go bye-bye. So yeah, I don't know what this dude's name uh, meant. Poke me if you got him. Like, got who? Like, poke me if you got the boss? Or poke me if you got the invader? I'm not sure I quite understand. But, yeah. So, good try. Poke me. Gotta make sure that you feel like you're decent at the game. You're really not, but it's just that imagery of like the, you know what, man, you're not that bad. Keyword that bad. But yeah, so this is the last invasion of the video. I don't like people who gank in this spot that go into the hidden path to the Halleck tree, but don't open the door to access the dungeon itself. It's just this small little room, and it's just like it's annoying because you get people who spam spells and jump attack you constantly and L2 spam it in your face. It's not cool. So luckily with the dexterity build, you get access to the Hand of Millennia, which is obviously it has one of the best Ashes of War in this game because you could delete people even if they have like 2200 health. You can still delete them if using the right setup. And luckily, since it is a dexterity build, you get to use the right setup because you got the Millicent's prosthesis that gives that extra, successive attack boost. And we were able to get rid of the entire team with an L2. So shout out Millennia. Despite being a hard boss, you give us one of the best tools to use when it comes to gank situations. So yeah, this is my Dexterity Frostbite build. His name is Hyperborean, by the way. 70 dexterity. It's a +8 from the Okina mask and Millie's prosthesis. Here are the talismans I used. And yeah, I'll leave the stats down and the equipment in the bio or the description. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Recommend me builds to try, and I hope you have fun with whatever you're going to do after you're done watching this video. And I love you. Be good to yourselves. And the end of the video is going to happen in about 30 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. It's happening right now. Okay, I love you.